You've seen them in movies. Shirtless warriors shouting, "This is Sparta," before kicking people into pits. But who were the real Spartans? The truth is even crazier than the legend. Let's dive into the world of Sparta, where children were trained as soldiers, weakness was punished, and honor was everything. Sparta was a powerful Greek city-state located in the southeastern Peloponnese. Unlike Athens, which focused on philosophy and democracy, Sparta was all about one thing: warfare. But it wasn't chaos. It was highly structured. Spartan society had three classes: Spartiates, full citizens, and elite warriors; Perioikoi, free non-citizens who handled trade and craftsmanship; Helots, enslaved people who worked the land. Fun fact, Helots outnumbered Spartans 7-1, which is why the Spartans stayed constantly ready for war. At age 7, Spartan boys were taken from their families and enrolled in the Agoge, a brutal military training system. They were taught how to endure pain, survive with nothing, steal to eat, and fight to the death if needed. Discipline was everything. Showing weakness, punishable; crying, shamed; winning, expected. Even cheating was okay, if you didn't get caught. At 20, they officially became soldiers. At 30, they became full citizens, if they survived. Spartan women weren't warriors, but they were powerful. They were educated, could own property, and had influence over politics and households. They told their sons, "Come back with your shield, or on it." It wasn't cruelty, it was culture. They raised warriors. They ruled estates. Compared to the rest of Greece, Spartan women had far more freedom. Let's talk about the most iconic Spartan moment, the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BC. King Leonidas led 300 Spartans and a few thousand allies against a Persian army of over 100,000. They held the narrow pass for 3 days, a true masterclass in tactical defense. Eventually, they were betrayed and surrounded. Leonidas and his men died, but their sacrifice became legend. Despite their fearsome reputation, Sparta didn't last forever. After their victory in the Peloponnesian War, Sparta became complacent. New enemies rose, allies turned, and internal corruption weakened them. By the time of the Romans, Sparta was more a tourist attraction than a superpower. Their last stand was glorious, but their empire faded. Despite their fearsome reputation, Sparta didn't last forever. After their victory in the Peloponnesian War, Sparta became complacent. New enemies rose, allies turned, and internal corruption weakened them. By the time of the Romans, Sparta was more a tourist attraction than a superpower. Their last stand was glorious, but their empire faded. Pop culture gives us a hyper-macho view of Spartans, but the real story is more complex. Yes, they were fierce warriors, but they also lived short, controlled lives under harsh systems. Spartan boys were trained to kill, but also to obey. Spartan girls were taught strength, but not to fight. In the end, Sparta's legacy is a mix of fear, admiration, and mystery. So next time someone yells, "This is Sparta," remember that they were more than just warriors in capes. They were a society built on discipline, sacrifice, and survival.